Today we're gonna do a little car review. I'm out here in sunny North Carolina. 14 Camry. There's the fob right here, and you unlock the door, which is unlocked. It beeps, and you get in. And so here's the interior. So yeah, it's a nice interior. It's kind of like, I think this is like, actually, okay, yeah, I think this is leather, and then you have cloth there, or maybe vinyl. I'm not sure. You got the it's the console here. Dad always has tissues here. My parents actually have two Camrys. This is the newer of the two. This is a 2014. My dad drives the other one. He goes to work. You know, it's a nice little setup here. I will note it's a weird mix of old and new. So this car has paddle shifters, and you know, kind of a standard key fob. You know, it's kind of one of those weird ones. I don't like it. Even for 2014, I think this is kind of antiquated. But if you drive a Camry, you don't care. You start it up. It's a 4-cylinder, but you know, a good size screen. You got your climate control buttons there. No heated seats or anything like that, but you do have a backup camera, which this is kind of what I'm talking about. So no trajectory or anything like that, but you know, a good size screen, backup camera. And anyway, you have a foot activated yeah, and yes, I'm wearing socks, but you have a foot activated parking brake, which is weird to me. That's kind of antiquated. But anyway, you know, the car's good. The back seat is a good size. I'm not going to get back there, but my dad has a towel over the seat, some things sitting in the back here. But it's a good size car, you know. The engine sounds okay. You know, you have Bluetooth here. You have your volume buttons. Then you have your... let's go ahead and turn it off and not waste gas. But anyway... But you have your cruise control stock, your regular stock, you know, typical odometer. Nothing's really electronic here. You know, this is probably blind spot monitoring, blanks, and, you know, lane assist kind of buttons that we don't have those features. But this is the traction control, one-touch automatic for the driver. The backs do not. But overall, it's a good interior. The car rides good. Sunglass holder here. Vanity mirrors here. No lights. My Passat has lights. So that's something worth noting. These lights are cool. But, you know, it's a very functional cabin, as you would expect from a Camry. This would probably be my driving position, so let's get in the back seat. We're in the back seat here, and you got your faux metal here, but this is hard touch. Interesting. Would expect a soft touch back here, but yeah, you know, I have good space here. My feet are kind of big, so this footwell could have a little bit more room. Doesn't have quite as much room as my Passat, but still, you know, headroom's pretty good. Here I am. Here's the headroom, so we're about right here. You kind of, the seats you're not sitting, you know, super forward, so you got some good space. Yeah, but it's a nice mid-sized car. I mean, I thought this car looked very small compared to the model that went out in 2010 or the 2010 model through 2012, I think. It might have went from 08 to 2012. I'm not sure, but anyway, I felt like this one looked a lot smaller, but it's not. It's just that one looked a bit more bulbous. Got disc brakes here. Got the rear hatch spoiler on the back. You know, the back looks good. Car looks wider when you're in person. You can open the trunk from the back. This probably has the widest opening trunk I've seen in a vehicle. The seats do fold down, 60-40 split. But yeah, got your LED brake light. I like that. I like those trunk spoilers, but it's a good look. Not dual exhaust, but obviously parents don't want dark tint. But yeah, it's a good looking car. You have fog lights, you know. So yeah, No sunroof, but let's pop the hood. Now, if you notice on the hood, it's not a huge overhang, so I really don't like overhanging hoods like that. But you have your hydraulic lifts, got your 4-banger, pretty good on gas. Obviously 0 W20 weight. Got your VTAC. Pretty standard setup. You can still do a little work on these cars, not a ton. Got your air box. Got your battery right there. It's not under a seat, but whatever. Got your belts down here. Anyway, it's a good little overall. I would say function's a big thing. Like even the glass around this car, I mean, visibility is pretty good. You know, you can just see through the front, kind of see through the back, but these windows are large for a modern car. This rear quarter panel window is a lot larger than mine. Then coming around the back, you can kind of see through the front. But yeah, I drove this car to, let's flip the camera around. I drove this car to South Carolina with my dad to see my grandma, and at the time I had my 2014 Mazda 3, and it drove really good. I really liked the car. Drove well. I really thought, you know, it kind of drove like a compact car. Not like a compact car, but it was confident, and the handling was good. I thought it would be a little bit more cumbersome than my Mazda 3, but it really wasn't too much until we turned off the highway and I tried to swing into a parking space, and then the dimensions of the car kind of caught up with it. So it doesn't swing like a compact car, but it maneuvers very well. It doesn't sit too high. There's not a lot of pitch and roll when you're going over bumps, because my Passat does have quite a bit more, I feel like, than this car. So that's something that I prefer. That's an area where I prefer this car over mine. So yeah, you got your cup holders here. I hate these select shift driving modes. I think those are dumb. I think if you have an automatic, you have an automatic. There's a reason why stick shifts died out. This is kind of silly too. Like, you know, I mean, I think this car has like 100 and it doesn't have 200 horsepower. It has good power though. When I drove it on the road, it has good power. These paddles work good, but I'm just like, that's kind of silly. But it's just funny that this car has these paddles, but then it has a foot e-brake. I mean, this is so 90s domestic car to me. It drives me absolutely crazy. But you have your cup holders here. And then it's just, this console is really big. That's why there's nothing, you know, you got another outlet here, and then you have your 12 volt here, but it's just that, or excuse me, you have your USB here. I can't see that very well, but yeah, in there. Okay, so yeah, you have your another 12 volt, then you have your USB. The sun's kind of blinding the camera there, and then you have your audio input as well. So this car has a good amount of features, and then you have this leather wrapped. This is soft touch. This is hard touch. This is soft touch, but you have stitching here, and then this is soft touch. But this one back here in the back seat is hard touch. Like, this is soft touch. Excuse me, there's my hand. This is soft touch. This is not. But it's just weird that you have stitching, and in the back seat there are places on the door where it's hard touch, where normally you'd find soft touch. But anyway, overall, this is a good car. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. Sorry about the rant towards the end. I got myself a little worked up, but anyway, I just got a little bored. I was visiting a family member, and whenever I'm driving someone's car that's not mine, you know, I like to go over it and look around it. So that's what I did here. Hope you guys have a great day.